Hey there, and welcome back, my lovely viewer. Today we have a special little treat in store for you. We are going to see what curse it is that is currently around you that you are breaking. That's right, you are already breaking this curse, this hex, this root, this negative juju that has been placed on you. So we're going to see by picking a witch in just a moment. And I do want to say before we dive too deeply, please be aware that there are some trigger warnings in these readings with across the three piles, okay? So if this is not something that you are ready to embrace at this point in your journey, it's okay. I have a lot of other readings that are a little bit lighter, but what I do offer is a remedy for each one of your readings and how you can get over this curse, this hex, this root, or whatever it is that comes up in your reading. And one of the ways that you can get access to that is by going to your divine assignment. That's right. Wait a minute. Hold on. Don't leave just yet. It's absolutely free. You pay nothing. That's my dog in the background. If you hear him, he's a Frenchie. Anyhow, he's even telling you to head over to your divine assignment on my website. I will have the link in the description to match your reading. Okay. And while you're there, you might as well on my website, go ahead and book yourself your free consultation call. Yes, it is an alignment call that we spend about 10 to 15 minutes discussing absolutely any goal that you have, and we put it into a perspective plan that's very achievable for you to follow the steps and get your goal done. Totally free, no purchases required, and I don't solicit any services. Get it while supplies are lasting. I do have other platforms if you care to join me. Each platform gets unique content. I don't cross share a lot, so make sure you're following me across the boards. And when you're ready to fully invest and fully work with me one-on-one, yes, I do offer coaching. Yes, I do offer Reiki. Yes, I do offer other tarot reading services. Yes, we can work together. So I'm waiting for you. But for now, pick your witch. If you're called to witch number 1, this will be your reading. If you're feeling called to witch number 2, then this will be your reading. Perhaps you're feeling more called to witch number 3. This would be your reading. All witches together, witches number 1, witch pile number 2, or number 3. Take a final moment to pick the witch. Okay, I think that gives you enough time. Let's get into your reading. Don't forget to like, to subscribe, and share with someone you love. See you there. Hey y'all, and welcome to those of you who picked witch number 1. So we're going to see if there's a curse that has ever been placed on you, your family, your bloodline. We leave it totally open. Head back to the intro if you want more details on what this is going to reveal. But I want to get right into it. We're going to do this in 3 different parts. We're going to first identify what is the curse. What is it? What is the curse? What is the hex itself? Second, we're going to identify who and why they place this curse or hex on you, your family, whatever. And then lastly, we're going to see how it is that you've been breaking this curse. That way, that'll give you more encouragement to do those things to further remove this curse from your family and from yourself. Okay, so we're going to first start with protecting this circle so that only messages rooted in divine love, wisdom, and truth are allowed through. Asking our angels, ancestors, guardians, and guides to please stand at their points, protecting this circle. Okay, I hear some knocking, so they're here. All right. Speaking of knocking. So we're going to start with what is the curse? Great Spirit, those who picked group number 1, pile number 1, witch number 1. What is the curse or hex? What is this curse or hex that is over those? You saw how that flipped out like that? Yo, y'all see these cards, how they're flipping out like that? Okay. And give me one more, Spirit. Is there one more? We'll do one more shuffle. If no other ones come out, I think we're good. I feel like we're good. They're saying we're good. Okay, so this is the first one that came out. Let's just leave these like this for now, because boy, oh boy. All right, so we have the door to romance. I already know what it is. The Archangel, third chakra cameo, and woman holding a coin. Okay, this is a ex-lover. This is someone who you broke their heart, or you tried to move on from them. You tried to leave them. With this door to romance, this speaks of somebody, because with this door opening up and the heart being outside of the door, this makes me feel like someone took their love away. They removed their love. They extracted their love from a situation, from a person, so, or from a place, you know, like it could be, could be, this is what it is. You took your love, you left. This is an ex. This is someone who cannot get over you. That's why they feel that you have the key to their heart, actually, but they cannot get over you. And this is someone who is unable to move on. They may be in their 30s. They may be around between the ages of 33 to 42. So they may be like in that prime of their life, again, between the ages of 33 to 42. That could also be a signifier for what your age is. The message is coming very, very clear. It's no fogginess on this. Sometimes I have to really cipher through the messages depending on the ether that is there, but this is very clear. And I'm going to tell you, I'm also picking up, okay, so the person who put this curse or hex on you, they did it because you left them for another woman, or you left them for another man. For many of you, I feel that you are the male, you are a masculine energy, or you are an individual. You could be female, so don't be like, oh damn, this ain't my pile. Wait a minute now. Wait a minute. So what I'm saying first, because I like to address all people in the room, all right? I don't like to be gender biased. So to the gentleman, I do feel strongly that this is a female that you moved on. You might have had a family. I feel that for a lot of you men, let's bring the women back into this too. It could have been a pregnancy situation with this third chakra, Kamiel, in reverse. Third chakra represents the solar plexus. So I know that the sacral chakra is where the womb for the feminine is at. But I do also, when I do readings, I tend to notice that this card represents pregnancies, and also the way that this card is being held lower. Excuse me, I'm going too fast. The coin on this card is being held lower down here by her, like her uterine area. It makes me feel like there was a pregnancy that was involved. Now this could have been a pregnancy that was lost, because I do see that this card is in reverse, and maybe you had a situation where you're like, we've tried and I got to move on. I'm going to go to somebody else who can bear my children. And this is not here for judgment. This is not here to cause triggers or pain. Please see the intro for the trigger warning that is in this, because I don't know what's going to come out, and I'm a real raw reader, and I'm going to give it to you real and raw. But we're going to keep it light too. We're going to get you the healing that you need at the end of this. But what I'm saying here is that this could have been like a pregnancy that didn't work out, and this person left to go with someone else who was pregnant, and the person that you left is not able to move on from the fact that you left them, and now that you left and now you're with a family, and apply this to your gender how it fits. But this is definitely, I feel, someone who also feels like you left them for somebody with more money, maybe you got money, and when you got money yourself, you left them. Like, I'm hearing the song by Jasmine Sullivan, Brand New. If you ever heard that, or if you have not heard that song, give it a listen. It's real cute. They get brand new when they get a little bit of money. So it could have been a situation where like somebody like flipped style on you. It was a lover. This is lover's scorn. Okay, plain and simple. It's a lover's scorn. And very strongly, I do feel that this is a female. Even if you are a female and you had a same-sex relationship encounter, the person doesn't care. This is a person. It could also be, I'm feeling somebody who you work with, somebody who is in the a corporate structure who has a crush on you, someone who if you work in a corporation, those of you who do work in a corporation, someone who has a crush on you, somebody who wants to be with you. You might have had an affair with them and they're not able to let go. This could be a boss. This could be your boss. This could be one of those bosses that make you fuck to get to the top. You know what I'm saying? And now they're like, not so fast. I liked how you was, blowing that back out. I like how you was, giving it up after hours. So now they're kind of stuck and they don't they don't want you to be able to move on. So if you're feeling like your love life, let's address more now like the symptoms of this hex or curse that they did. And I'll then address well, it's kind of also addressed, we already addressed like who and why already. So let's talk about what the actual curse is, because I'm curious to know what they did and how they did it. So can you reveal to me more, Spirit, like what the curse is, what they did and how they did it? And show me also who. So what did they do? How did they do it? How did they do it? How did they do this curse? How else did they do this curse? Yo, y'all cards, bro. And let's leave it there. So this is who, because I'll forget the order I asked the questions once I start divining. This is who did it. This is someone that you've had unprotected sex with. Someone who's very vibrant in their personality. They could be younger or just very young acting. And when I say young acting, I just mean they act a little bit more immature than you do. It could be masculine. It could be your ex-husband, your ex-boyfriend. When I said ex-husband, I just got super fucking nauseous. I gotta drink some water. Hold on, y'all. Ugh. For many of you, it's an ex-husband who's like, ugh. Okay. For some of you, it's just somebody who is younger, or they're younger acting than you. They're not as mature as you are. But it's definitely somebody that you have had sex with, you have been intimate with. And if you haven't, they have in their minds. They most certainly have had it in their heads. Is there anyone else that you want us to know about who may have done this, Spirit? Who placed the curse? Anything else about who? Someone who you've rejected. Again, someone who, when they gave you a love offer, you rejected it. You didn't want it. So now they're like, it's almost like they're I feel like they're hunting. They're not hunting you in a stalking way, but it's like on the energetic field, they're like prowling you. I remember one time I was in Costa Rica, and this resort had a path that you can walk down to go to the beach, because one of the things about the resort is it had like a little private beach area, and it's called the Andas. If you ever go into Costa Rica, go to the Andas and Papagayo, I believe. Oh my gosh, have some money, because everything is like a la carte, y'all. Anyhow, long story short, you walk down to this little open beach area, and on the way back, on the way back, long story short, I think it was like a little bit off of the resort area, if I can be honest, but we saw these jaguar prints, and you know, the people there, they're so one with the earth and nature. They're like, yeah, the jaguars are here, and the jaguar was stalking us, because on the way to where we were going, there were no jaguar prints, but on the way back, we're like, what the fuck? What are those big cat prints in the sand? Because you know a big cat print when you see one, even if you've never seen one before. You know a baby cat print versus something that's bigger. And the one of the nature hosts was like, oh, that's a jaguar or a black leopard. I forget what they call it. I think they call it a jaguar. And I'm like, what the fuck? So we was being stalked by a jaguar. He's like, yeah, that's why you never want to be the person in the back. I'm like, oh my god. So ever since then, I'm never the person in the back of a line when I'm walking through a jungle or a forest. Put me in the front. So what I'm saying is that this person is prowling you like a jaguar. It's like you might turn around and they're not there. They're like a shadow. It's like, you know that shit is there. You feel it following you, but when you turn around, it's like, I can't quite see you the right way I want to, shadow. And that's how I feel like this person is lurking over you. So let's see what they did. And then I'm going to look more into the specifics as to what this curse was to like prevent from you. Okay, so what they did, definitely a masculine. Look at all these men. Can you see on the, yeah, you can see here, all of this male energy, male. And then two, like I said, with the family, with the two kids here. So what they did, they paid somebody back home. So this is somebody who might have ties to the Caribbean or ties to the island. Because with this card here that I see, it's like, I see this little island back here. Can you see that? Or is it blurry as fuck? Okay, there we go. This little island that's back there. And then these people like on the boat. So I feel like dude or somebody phoned home. And when they phoned home, they're like, look, I need this to happen. And they paid a male practitioner. Excuse me. They paid a male practitioner back home. They paid a male practitioner. This wasn't a female practitioner that did this. This is a male priestess. And he's pretty good. He's got some pretty decent magic. You know what I'm saying? Now the type of spell that they casted, let me get more details. What was the type of spell that they casted? Oh, well, that's what I thought, but I wanted to be sure. 10 of Cups, 7 of Staffs, or 7 of Wands. 10 of Coins, not 10 of Cups. Excuse me, y'all. So what they did was they blocked your money, and they made you paranoid. So they blocked your financial blessings. They also are trying to block blessings coming into the new family that you've started. You see how the 10 of Coins is in reverse. So, and again, with the, like I said, the person watching on the prowl, like just watching and fucking watching and watching and fucking watching. It's almost like they're watching you through, like obviously through your social medias and stuff like that if you have them. And if you're posting a lot, be careful what you post, because the pictures that you post, this practitioner can use or is using to enable the magic. And that's not to put fear in you, because I'm going to show you in a minute how to protect yourself and how to continue to break the curse, because this is the curse that you're breaking. This is not the curse that's there that's breaking you. You feel me? So what they're doing, though, getting back to the point, is they are blocking financial blessings and happiness in your family. They're also making you and your partner, like when I said paranoid, paranoid or anxious, I forget the word I use. They're making you and your partner, like, so if you and your current partner or your current situation for romantic, if you don't have a single partner, you date multiple partners, whatever it is, you and your current people, if y'all are beefing or y'all are bickering or y'all are like at odds, or like y'all are like, damn, we don't never really, or we haven't really, or it wasn't always like this. Whatever this scenario is for y'all bickering, y'all issues, y'all problems is because of this hex root curse, because of what they did. I feel like they buried something too by water. So this could be someone who works, like I said, in the Caribbean, who works with a water deity. They might have like, I don't want to say I don't want to say a particular like spiritual order that will not demonize, but like that will taint that spiritual order. Because, you know, when you think about hexes and curses, like, oh my goodness, I can't believe that religion, that practice could do that. But you can curse somebody with psalms, baby. You can bring them down to their knees. So what I mean to say, maybe that's something that you need to do. And I'm not saying bring this person down to their knees, but it could be that if you go to my Instagram, love_naturally, you'll see that I have a Psalms post. And the Psalms that is there, it tells you all the Psalms that you can read when you need a certain form of protection or motivation or something like that. So you should definitely check me out there. But this person has made you and your partners have issues, have bickering, just issues in the household, especially around your finances, especially around the money, especially around your career. If you're trying to develop in your career, and this person is somebody that you work with, because I did say this, there's someone that you may have worked with, for some of you, like a boss who I feel that if you weren't intimate with them, like I said, they wanted to be, and they also just they're just jealous. If it's a work type of situation. For those of you that's like, it's not a work environment, I know who this is. This is an ex. This is my ex-husband. This is my ex-wife. This is my ex-girl. This is my person I used to just sleep with, and now they just won't fucking leave me alone. Or, you know, my ex-situationship. Then this person, like I said, they might be Caribbean or have, like I said, Caribbean blood, or know somebody. Because honestly, you can just go on Instagram and find anybody to put a curse out on somebody nowadays. And it's actually pretty fucking sad and pretty scary that that's where spirituality has come to. And that's why I do feel that magic should be kept with a certain degree of secrecy, because people will misuse power if they are not mature enough to yield it. So speaking of misusing power, let's go ahead and get you some advice on how it is that you are breaking this curse, and you will continue to break this curse and break this hold and this bond and its influence of what it is that this individual has been throwing at you. Okay, and please, like I said, be responsible with the magic that you are about to learn. So Great Spirit, please show me, what is it that they are already doing? So this way, if you know what you're already doing, you can reinforce that. You know what I'm saying? Tidy it up and shit. So what are they already doing that really works? What are they already doing that really helps? 1 second, y'all. Here is what you are already doing that is breaking the hold of this. I keep wanting to figure out what to call it, and they're saying to call it a root. So this is a root. I'm getting cards from a last reading, so I'm going to put those back and just take these. So I only want, look. They're saying keep it at these 3. All right, we have here Heart Guardian. We have the Magic Guardian, and then we have See from a Higher Perspective. All right, so what is it that you are already doing? Let me see. The first thing that I'm noticing is that you're already allowing the fact that you are moving on. It seems like you've let this, it's like you're past this. It's like, I've let this go. I've let go of you, meaning this person, and I've let go of the pain or the ties to what I was holding on to. So I just feel like you're really at a place of peace and just lovingness and in your own self and where you are with this person. It's like a peaceful, loving end where you are with this person. I don't sense bitterness. I don't sense anger. I don't sense like, well, if he did right or if he did this, like, yeah, we can get into that. But I think that you've done that so much with this person that you're like over that, and it's that blissful inner peace that you feel, letting bygones be bygones. So that's the first thing that I am noticing that is working for you, and it's something like that that's so simple, that brings so much energy into it brings so much. Another thing that's really working for you is singing bowls. So I don't know if some of you are using singing bowls or if you're using incense that you burn in like the cauldron. You know how they have like those little small cauldrons where you can put the charcoal and then you put the resins on top of the charcoal. If you don't do that, you just use regular incense sticks. Perfect. But I'm noticing that if you're burning incense or if you're burning some type of resins, in particular frankincense and myrrh, or if you're using singing bowls, those, if that's like something that you're into, or even if you just listen to a singing bowl on the computer as a part of like a way that you like to clear your mind or meditate or do mindfulness practices, I'm noticing that that is helping with clearing their hold on you or clearing their frequency. I'm also being told that you should play singing bowls, healing Himalayan singing bowls in your house. So every one of my readings come with a divine assignment. Head over to my website at www.lovenaturally.com for your divine assignment. It's absolutely free. There are no signups required. And that divine assignment is going to include some tips for you, or a really good tip for you to help remove the energy that is in your house for this particular like hold that they might have on you, or working against this root, I should say. But the self-love factor, so really moving in that loving energy of being at peace with where you are, being at peace with moving forward, being at peace with letting bygones be bygones, being at peace with saying goodbye. And I do feel like you have a lot of, look at how these feathers are behind these cards. And I just want to point out that not every, okay, this is the second time this card came out for you. And I shuffled again, put it back, because I'm like, this is not the card that I want. And it came out again. So I'm going to consider this card. But I wanted to point out that there's no feathers here. There's no feathers in this one. Well, there's some feathers there, but there's no real feathers in this one. There's no feathers here. So it just makes me feel like with these wings, not just feathers, let me be specific, with these wings, that there is a guardian angelic force. There's a huge guardian angel. I'm hearing Archangel Jophiel. Archangel Jophiel. I'll put her name on the screen. And Archangel Jophiel, I feel, is protecting this union. I feel that there are two female archangels or two female guardian angels. There's one archangel, Archangel Jophiel, and there's a guardian angel. I don't have her name, but it could be your personal guardian angel. I'm hearing a Sasha. Okay, whatever. But those guardian angels are protecting you as well. And there's something with you wearing the evil eye, like the Greek, you know how the Greek evil eye, like how it looks here, like the Greek evil eye, that sends the blue one with the white, that sends the evil eye back, because this is an evil eye as well, but this is like more so with the eye of Horus or the eye of Ra. This one is the eye of Ra, but that's another form of the evil eye if you're more into like comedic. But all of them work all the same, hun. I got them all. So use the evil eye to continue to have that protection. But the fact that I'm saying the eye of Horus, and this is an eagle, and Horus, Heru, that makes me feel like you should be rocking with Heru or Horus energy as well. That could be as simple as getting a little figurine or statue of Heru or Horus and bringing it into your home, putting it onto an altar. If you're not into altars, putting it on your dresser, put it where you got your tchotchkes, but give it love. Put a little tea light candle in a holder. Make sure you're always exercising fire fire protection, or fire safety more so. Don't leave your fire unattended. You can put like a little tea light right by the figurine, and it will activate the energy and speak to it the same way you would a friend, the same way you would a counselor, the same way you would the police officers when you got to file a report because somebody ran into the back of your ass. You speak to it, and guess what gives it life? It's not like, oh shit, I spoke to it and it came to life. Roar. No, you are the activating force. You are the life bringer. You are the life giver. And when you speak to something and you speak that life into it, that life is generating from you because you are eternal. Okay? So move in that, and the evil eye is going to cast a circle of protection, because you see how this eagle is in the middle? It's like casting a circle of protection. I do feel like working with Horus or Heru is going to give you further protection. And finally, with set your sights higher, I do feel like there's something with the lunar energy working maybe with stars. Let me see if I can get some more in. Okay. You see how he got all of those glyphs of the zodiac on here? All those glyphs? If you work with, this is for those of you who fuck with magic, and you got the magic guardian, so you might really get down with magic like that. Look at your Mars placement. Okay, I'm gonna put you on a game. Use responsibly, because I'm going to put this out there. If you do not use this responsibly and you use this to cause harm without the need for justice, may it return back to you ×3. It cannot be undone. So what I'm saying to you is go to your Mars placement, and when you look at your Mars, you're going to see what is the sign that is there. Now, if you know your Mars placement, comment it in the comments, and I will tell you how your magic works for protection. Okay, but you got to give me your Mars placement. I will include the astrology calculator in your divine assignment, so you will have to navigate to my website. Again, it's free, no signups. You don't got to provide an email. And what you'll do is, and you might know how to do this already, but with the Mars placement that you have, you are going to use that energy of Mars, because Mars is the warrior. Mars is the undefeated champion of the 12 houses when you look at astrology, because it is the fighter. It's Aries. You may have Mars in Aries. My Mars is in a placement that I'm not going to share. But I do want to say that if you know how to use your Mars energy placement, you can become quite a formidable adversary. We'll put it that way. All right. So that's for that. Let's get you one more little bit of advice, and then we're going to get you on out the door, my friends. So great. Spirit, we're going to leave this open. Closing advice that you want. I just want to point out you got 444. 444 is the number of archangels. So they are present around you. They have been protecting you from this. They will continue to protect you from this. And yeah, like we had sensed with the guardian angels and so forth. Okay, Spirit, please protect my mind so I can stop getting distracted. All right. I kept getting I feel like I'm getting a lot of distracted thoughts with this reading, and that could be just so you don't get this information, but you gonna get it anyway. All right, closing messages, Spirit, other advice, closing messages, other advice on what they should do to continue with this battling or beating back this curse, because you're already breaking it. And good job, all right? Anything else? Okay. We had the Sun card before that came out. Is it still here? Yeah. The Sun. So, first off, you will be victorious. The Sun card is representative of being victorious. Also, the Justice card is, the Judgment card is. If you hear that noise go off in the background, that's just like my air purifier turning off. But with the Sun card here, I do feel like you're going to be victorious, like quite victorious in overcoming this. You already are. And I do feel like in a year from now, you will put all of this behind you. Well, I know it's like, damn, a whole year, but you know, it does take a while to clear out that negative energy sometimes. And that doesn't mean that you won't, the problems or the stress or the issues with the money or the family or the arguing, the bickering, the love life, that doesn't mean that that's going to last. It just means that it'll take about a full year for you to kind of fully clear this out, or within the year it'll be fully cleared out, depending on how much work and dedication that you're putting into it with some of the things that we have mentioned already. So with Ascension, like I said, this is on the mend. You are ascending past it. You've already ascended past this person. You've moved on. And I think that your love is on, as you are resonating on that like divine love frequency, as you are resonating on that higher frequency, your love is also going to help this person to ascend as well. Even if they can't show it, that's just their ego on the earthly plane resisting resisting the ascension. But I also do feel that there might be a way for the two of you to be amicable in the future. And I know you might be saying to yourself right now, yeah, fucking right. But I don't ever limit God's potential. So I do see that. With please hold Y and 1. Let me sit with that and see what they're saying here. It's kind of odd because when I see Y, I just keep hearing, I'm trying to get another message because I feel like it's just very, very general, but I'm hearing that stop asking yourself, why is this happening to me? Stop questioning, why is this happening to me? Why? If this is something that you're doing, like why did I have to go through this? Why did I have to be the one? Why did I have to, this is a part of your journey. This is a part of your experience. This is a part of how you got to get here, how you got to become a heart guardian to love and let yourself be loved at this degree in your new relationship, in your new relationships that you will have. So don't question so much as to why this person is putting you through this. This person is just, this is someone who you had to meet, and this encounter had to happen for you to get to who you are now. And with please hold, I do feel like I'm hearing hold the position, hold your, don't budge, don't give in, don't call, don't go back, don't try to go forward too much, don't end things, don't make any rash decisions. Just hold your place, hold what's steady in your heart, and that is knowing that you are at peace with your decision to move on from this situation. And if you are at peace in your new situation, then hold on to that. Okay, so don't waver in thinking that if you go backwards and give this another try, this can kind of alleviate that. It will not, if that's something that some of you are considering. So that is going to close out your reading. I have plenty of services that are all ready for you to book with me. And don't forget that I do have a free alignment call. When I say free, I mean free. I don't ask you to give me your, the only thing you got to pay is attention, baby. So definitely check that out. It's in the description box. But other than that, I think that closes out our reading. It's been amazing having you today. Thank you for spending your time, and Love Naturally. is out, baby. Okay, pile number 2. What to do? We about to see what curse, hex, or root that has been placed on you, your family. We're just gonna keep it totally open. Pile 1 was super interesting, but we're gonna keep this open. We're gonna see what it is that you are breaking. So remember, you're already breaking this tie that this individual or individuals have placed on you. Okay, we're going to do this in 3 different parts. We're going to first look at what specifically is the curse. Like, how is this curse, hex, or root? How is this affecting your life? Then we're going to look at who and why they did it. Finally, we're going to identify how it is that you have been breaking this bond. And really, how can you continue to do what it is that you've been doing or try new things, right? So we're going to cast a circle of divine protection so that only messages rooted in divine love, wisdom, and truth are allowed through Ashe, asking our angels, ancestors, guardians, and guides to please stand at their points protecting the circle. All right, they are here as that vent kicked back on, and let's start with seeing what is the curse that you are breaking. Okay. Great Spirit, show me what curse it is that pile 1 is breaking. What is the curse that pile 1 is currently breaking? Okay. All right, we have here the door to healing and happiness. I'm sensing this could be something in regards to health. All right, well, let's see. Angel of Balance. We have the 4th chakra, Archangel Raphael. And then we have the Temple Path. Let me sit with this. Okay, I got the message. I'm gonna be honest with you. I got really sleepy. I almost had to be like, wait, let me kick back in this chair, put a pillow behind my back, and take a quick nap, and wake up and get back to it now. But nah, I think that is just indication of how you feel. You might feel really tired, really drained, and that is a byproduct effect of whatever this is on you. Now, this I am sensing is a. Okay, I'm going to not go into who and why. I'm just going to identify what. Okay? So what this is it is a something related, like I said, to health. This could be an addictions pile. Okay? You may have been someone who has addictions to pick a substance, pick a thing, anything, because we all have our addictions, even if you don't think you do. Unless you're a monk that's totally dedicated, and even then you're addicted to meditating. So there's no such thing as you don't have an addiction. It's just, what are you addicted to? Does it lift you up or does it bring you down? So I do feel that this has been maybe, and if it's not an addiction in the sense of a substance, I do feel for many of you it could be alcoholism, it could be substance abuse and alcoholism, it could be, for some of you, maybe a little bit of gambling, but I do feel that this is something that's directly impacting or affecting your health. It makes you sleepy, it makes you tired, it affects your heart health, or it has affected your heart health in the past. We're going to block any negative effects on the body henceforth, but I'm sensing that it has affected the heart health. It has affected your lethargy or energy levels. It has caused you to have maybe like more lethargy than you would typically have. And again, if you hear something in the back, I have my dog near me, and I also have my pure air purifier going on in the background, so hopefully that's not too much of a distraction for y'all. Anyway, getting back to it, it's this curse is all, or this hex, it's a hex, they're saying to say. It's preventing you from being able to balance your energies, preventing you from being able to balance yourself. It's preventing you from being able to balance your responsibilities. Even if you're like, well, wait a minute, I get shit done. I get my laundry done. I clean my ass, and I get food cooked for my family every day. And I don't mean to be funny by saying like I clean my ass. Like when you really have an issue or have a depression, one of the number one signs for depression is to see if you take a shower every day. Self-hygiene is one of the ways that a counselor or therapist will measure your ability of self-care, and if self-care is impacting your mental or emotional health. or let's call it your self-health. So maybe some of you are not even able to clean yourself every day. And I don't mean that to put you down. I mean that to say this is energy that you're going to be moving past. Okay, because remember, this reading is what curse it is that you are breaking, not what is breaking you. So there's a sense of depression. I'm sensing that some of you may have felt as a byproduct effect of this. But again, I feel for many of you, it's connected to doing something, like doing a particular thing habitually that is causing adverse health effects on you. So you are overindulging in a particular thing. And I know this might sound like, well, how the fuck is that a hex? I'm gonna get there because I can already sense it and see it, but I'm trying to do this in increments so that way it's nice and clear and easy for us to understand. Because what I want to connect this to, what I was saying before, is this overindulgence is affecting your ability to balance your other responsibilities that are preventing you from. So this hex is preventing you from your purpose. I'm about to sneeze, so I know that's the truth. It's preventing you from your divine purpose. It's preventing you from your true purpose. Like your true purpose, what you're really here to do. There's something that is great that you're here to do. I do feel like you're healing. Wow, this is really tied to one of the readings I just did for my spiritual motivation. If you're not, you should check out my other videos. But I just did a video on spiritual motivation that talks about, depending on when you're watching this, you might be in the future, but if you go back to my channel, you'll see a video on spiritual motivation that says you are the high priest, high priestess. So I do feel that you are the high priest and high priestess. And this is an encouragement for you to walk the path of spiritual ascension. I'm hearing you are ascending. This hex is one that has caused your soul to ascend. It is also this hex that has been placed. It's also affected your relationships, your emotional relationships. It may have affected, in particular, your emotional relationships with your father, with your parents, but in particular, I'm hearing with your father. And if male or female gender, doesn't matter. It doesn't, because the relationship with your father is with your father, whether you had one, whether you did not have one, and whatever the type of quality of one that you had with, if you had one or not. So I'm seeing that relationship that you had with your father or your male parental figure has influenced the manifestation of this particular hex. And that is for a reason that I am being guided to get into now. So I'm being guided to get into this next because what I do feel is that this is something that you inherited. I feel like this is a hex that you had called in. I don't feel like this is something that I don't think this is something that you encountered a person and the person was like, I'm going to put like, how people want to throw magic on each other. I don't think nobody threw magic on you. I think this is something that is a part of your family line, and you may have inherited from your father's side. So it could be just an emotional, or if your parent was an addict, or even if your mom, but if you have addicts that are in your family or people who have dealt with addiction issues, I feel that this is something that you may have inherited from there. So let's see who and why. Great Spirit. Oop. Look, y'all, we just said the parents. Oh my gosh. Sometimes I scare myself. Sometimes I scare myself. But your mom and your dad, or it could be a grandpap, maybe your grandfather drank a lot. Your mom had to experience that with her father, and now you and your mom are dealing with the emotional kind of damage of not having that relationship that she could have had with her father. Or this could be direct. This could be your mom, and this could be your dad, your direct relationship with your parents. Some neglect that you may have experienced from them having certain habits or certain addictions that they had to manage. And you may have been, look at the bottom, we have the peacekeeper. You may have been the one who was the peacekeeper. You may have been the person who, or the kid who, you could have even had parents that fought a lot. Or you grew up in a household that had a lot of fighting or domestic violence. And this is where you got this. This is how you picked up this energy in your life. Again, I mean, it's kind of good and bad because it's like, all right, at least I don't have any enemies that are unknown out there or known. Because when it comes in-house, or when it comes from in-house, this negative energy that we're emitting, we can manage it better. It's harder to manage people who are outside from us, but we can manage our own shit. So I do feel like you will Because look, it's saying here to move beyond ancestral patterns. And I do feel like you will get there. You will be able to do it. You will be able to balance. And you might even be someone who doesn't drink anymore. You've given it up. You don't indulge, or maybe you've started going to therapy, because this is also, if it's not just like a substance abuse thing, which I do feel like it is for many of you, it could be emotional healing, like emotional therapy, emotional healing, emotional understanding. We don't realize how important it is to be an emotionally adept and healthy person. I'm just going to say healthy, because you don't even got to really be adept in the shit. Just emotionally healthy. And you get that with your emotional intelligence. And I do feel that you're learning how to give, it says feel love and comforted, but to how to like give love to your children. Like you're learning how to be there for them in ways that you were not maybe catered to and therefore for yourself. So I just want to remind you all that with every one of my readings, you get a divine assignment, which is located on my website at www.lovenaturally.com. They are absolutely free. They require no sign up. They require no emails. And what I'll have there is a way for you to connect with, releasing some of that energy that made you feel like the peacemaker, or made you feel like you had to, care for your parents, or the things that you wanted from your parents that you were not able to get. I've got a nice activity that counselors actually use in their therapy sessions. So you may want to check that out in a moment, but we're not done with your reading. So yes, this is who I'm seeing that you may have inherited this gift or this hex from. And one more thing I'm seeing. Do you see how it has here elder, but it also has like this native, indigenous character here? I feel that some of you may have had like there's alcoholism issues that goes back. And if you have like indigenous or native like bloodline, there is I don't know the name of I don't know if it's a gene. I don't think it's a hormone, but I think it's a gene or something that is not produced in maybe the pituitary gland. Forgive me if I don't have all of the full scientifics of it. But what I mean to say is that there is a particular hormone or lack thereof that is not produced in a lot of folks who are from indigenous or native clans is the word I'm being told to say, or tribes. And what that does is when they drink alcohol, it has an adverse effect. And I've spoken about this before, I don't remember where, but it has an adverse effect on their blood, or on their bodies, I should say. I won't say blood. That causes them to, it has a more harsh effect than it does on other nationalities or other races and other ethnicities. So just keep that in mind, that this could be something that, your ancestors were given. Like, if you're looking at the black communities were given a lot of things, but in particular crack in the 80s. And then from crack it went to this, from this to that. And if you're looking at more recent, and you look at the white communities, the opioid crisis, they call it a crisis. Crack crisis and opioid crisis, right? Everything's a fucking crisis. So what I mean to say is that you may have parents that came from, or family that came from those eras where that shit was cool to do. They were in the disco era. Everybody was doing lines of this or lines of that. And I'm not encouraging that. I'm saying that that is something that now you're purifying. Now the party is done. You party in a different way because it is affecting your health, or it was affecting your health. And you are moving past that self-inflicted hex that your family, unknowing to them, has placed on themselves. And again, that is one rooted in addictions and poor emotional health and exchanging love, I'm feeling, between parent and child. I see that you are the person that's here to change that. You are trying to be more for your children. You are trying to be a better mother. Excuse me, we're going to remove the word trying. You are being a better mother. You are being a better father. You're being a better parent. Even if you're a single parent, you're making it work with maybe you and the person that you're separated from, or you're not the type of person that brings your new suitors around your children too soon. And not judging those of you that do, but I do want to say that is just be mindful of how that looks to the children. Children during their developmental stages, they need consistency, and they also need to be rooted during that time, during those chakra developments. So having a lot of change, even if it's an individual around them, can be quite effective. And I feel that may have also been something that you experienced as a child. Okay. So I want to just rub your back and pat you on the back and say, you're doing so good. You're doing so good as a parent. And if you're not a parent, you will. You're doing good as a pet parent. You're doing good as a plant parent. You're doing good as a house parent. Did you know that if you speak to your house every day, that your house will start to it'll start to show effects. Things that were going, may have had things that always break. It'll stop breaking. And you're like, wow. Or the energy in the house will just start to feel better, and the house will start to protect you. So that's an old witch tale, to talk to your house, and the house will talk back. Okay, so let's get the final part, which is how you have been breaking this curse or hex. How have you been breaking this hex? Besides being a wonderful parent. Again, even if you're not a parent, you will be a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful parent. And I'm such an advocate, and I love wonderful parents, because you are going to raise such little lovers out there in the world. Children of respect. I'm going to clear this because I have some energy from the last reading. Children of respect for the world, of the women in the world, and of the men in the world, because we need to respect all people in all ways that they appear. Okay, so let's see again. How are they breaking this curse? How are they breaking? How is it? Okay, you had the Hangman came out before. Anything else? How they're breaking it? Okay. Page of Cups at the bottom. All right, so how you are breaking this? You're finally being honest. You're finally being transparent with yourself and with others, is what I'm feeling with the Five of Swords here. You're finally being honest. You're finally being transparent. You're finally speaking up about what it is that you've been battling or dealing with, whether it was depression, addictions, sadness, anxiety, or just whatever scale. I feel that you're finally taking the necessary steps to get help. I feel like you're working with someone that is going to help you. It could be a program that you're choosing to enter. It could be a group, an online group. It could be a class, a book. I feel like for many of you, it could be like a therapist that you're working with. In particular, I see a female therapist that you might be working with. But I do see you putting in a lot of work, like a tremendous amount of work. I'm seeing even over the course of 8 months, for some of you 8 years, it may take to get the healing that you need, or to fully kind of break this family hex, is what this is. I do see that you need to be patient with yourself. If you've been impatient, if you've been like, oh my gosh, I'm going to be like this forever, or it's never going to change. You have to be patient and allow that newness in, that new, it's like a new resurgence of energy. It's like a new self. It's like a new version of yourself, but not in a sense where it's like, I leveled up, I glowed up, I bossed up. Not like that. Like, not in the exterior sense, in the interior. It's like what is the word? It's like coming out, can you refurbish a person? No, you definitely can't. I'm just joking. But it's like coming out repolished, restored, renewed, rejuvenated, regenerated, just coming out totally fucking new on the other side. It's almost like you won't recognize yourself. It's like after everything that you've been through, coming out brand new on the end, but being patient with yourself as you get there. And also, how you've been breaking it. Yeah, that's what I'm seeing. That's what I'm seeing. Because I don't want to be redundant with the message. Okay, and last minute words, Great Spirit, for advice on how they can continue to break this. Eat better. Oh, that came right on out. And 555 here. 555 represents great change. So again, changing with the 5 of Swords here coming out. This is changing your ways, changing your approach. I do feel like that's kind of what I wanted to say before, because it looks like he's approaching something. But it's also, that approach starts with you being honest and real with yourself. And also putting your foot down to some shit that has been going down. You might have like friends around you that is not good company for you to keep, because they encourage you to do those things that you're like, I need to stop doing that, or stop going to those same places that you typically go to. Like if you're trying to stop drinking, you probably don't want to go to a bar, bitch. Okay, so stuff like that. But I do feel like there's big changes that you will have to do, and that's why I said that's going to require a lot of work for you, a lot of work. A great deal of work for you. And it doesn't mean that more work than pile 1 or more work than pile 3. It's just a different type of work. This is generational. This is not something that, again, like I said, somebody else threw on you. So it's under your control, which makes it fucking hard, because everything is under your control. So again, like I said, make sure you're eating better, because the clean diet, it doesn't mean give up this, give up that, but having a clean diet, I must say, because I'm a meat eater, I eat everything, I love food, I love all types of food, but recently I've had to give up like a certain meat, because every time I go back to it, like I'll eat it once a month, and when I go back to it, I'm like, oop, like the next day, I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like about to throw up and shit, so I have to give that up. I don't want to talk about it anymore. It's really been really hard for me. No, I'm kidding. But it's just time. It's like sometimes your body has to go through these ascensions, and as they go through these ascensions, you can't tolerate certain things. And if you're trying to really detox your body, having healthy food is going to be necessary, especially if you're getting past certain addictions that affect your physiology. And then under divine construction, like I said, you are under divine construction. And I also have here shadow work with Lilith. I do feel like this is going to require you, like I said, to go into those parts of yourself that you typically would not want to visit, that is the neglect and the abuse and trauma that you may have experienced as a child. And with Lilith, I do feel like there might be some influence with a mother figure too. Because at first I really felt like this was a father connection, but might be some other connections for some of you too. Well, obviously, right? Because you would have observed how your father interacted with your mother. But it does require a great deal of shadow work. And while I don't want to say if you're feeling alone, but if you're ever feeling alone in this addiction, it's like, I'm being told to tell you to read the poem Footsteps. Okay, go to your divine assignment. All right, y'all, and let's get some more closing messages. And I have here 2. We have here didn't I tell you guys you were sleepy? You need to sleep some more and get some quality sleep. All right, if you want to know how to get some quality sleep, book a free alignment call with me. When I say free, the only thing you have to pay is attention, baby. You don't have to pay anything at all, no signups and no gimmicks involved. So while supplies last, information is in the description. And also jubilance. I'm going to put jubilance here because I feel that is what this Page of Cups is representing. And that's the word. I wasn't looking for the word jubilance. I was looking for the word like rejuvenated. But I do feel that once you become rejuvenated, once you go through the shadow, once you alchemize past that shadow work part of this, you will find jubilance in the end. So if you're feeling despair, if you're feeling dark, if you're feeling heavy, if you're feeling sleepy, if you're feeling tired, if you're feeling lethargy, if you're feeling melancholy, if you're feeling depressive thoughts, hopefully you don't have suicide ideation. I will leave the suicide support information in the description for this pile. First off, you're not alone. Okay, that's number 1. If you need somebody to talk to, just always send me an email. Just get it out. Just send me an email. My information is in the description, and to get what it is that you feel out. And I also have a service that you can use for that too. But outside from that, once you get it out, the point I'm trying to make is that you're going to feel total and extreme jubilance in the end. So stay strong and keep going, all right? Because I do see very clearly that you will be able to push past this, all right? So with that said, I do hope that you enjoyed your reading. I have so many services in my in my service menu for you if you want to get a little bit more intimate with these readings with me. But outside from that, that does close us out. And I want to thank you so much for being here with me today. And I hope that you've received, I know that you've received something from this. Love Naturally is out. Pile number 3. What's going on? All right, so we're about to see what curse it is that you're breaking. And I'm super excited because the other piles have had some really interesting things. So I saved the long intros for the actual intro of this video. So if you have any questions on my services or how you can work with me more closely, look at the description. But what we're going to focus on today is we're going to look at, first off, let me just say, the noise that you hear in the background is my air purifier. It's just cleaning the air in my house, in my home. But we're going to see, maybe that has something to do with your curse. We're going to see today, if I can get to it, y'all, what curse is it that you, pile number 3, witch number 3, what curse it is that you're breaking. All right, and then we're going to do this in 3 parts. So first we're going to look at what specifically is the curse, so you can identify it in your life. It could be a hex, a curse, a root. We leave it open for whatever comes out. So this is also a trigger warning. This could be very deep. It could trigger different types of trauma. Okay, so if you're not ready to get that type of a depth of an info today, then maybe go to something more lighter. I have other videos that are a little bit funner. But after we look at what is the curse, we're also going to look at who and why. So who did it and why did they do it? And then finally, we're going to identify how it is that you have been breaking the hold of this curse, hex, or root. And I'm going to give you encouragement on things that you can continue to do to break that. So without further ado, we're going to ask our angels, ancestors, guardians, and guides to please protect this circle so that we may channel messages rooted only in divine love, wisdom, and truth. Ashe. And I call forth our angels to please stand at their points, protecting this circle. Okay, I feel them present. All right, so let's do it. Starting with, what is the actual curse? Great Spirit, let us know. Cut the deck one more time. Let's do it. What is the actual curse? What is the actual curse that pile number 3, witch picker number 3? What is the curse? What is the curse? Anything else that you want to communicate? Yeah, that one. So I'm going to start with this order. Yeah. Okay. I'm like fumbling these cards. I don't know why. I just feel like I feel shaky. I don't feel nervous. I don't feel anxiety. I just feel like almost like I have the tremors for some reason. Okay, so we have 4932. I don't know how that relates to this. I'm going to see with this hostility card coming in. I feel like it could be someone who may bring fear into somebody's life. So let me look at this message. Is it in alignment for y'all? Yes, it is. Okay, let me look at this message. All right, so I'm going to say this has a lot of similar energy to pile 1, but some themes are different. So this is a person that I feel you may have had a separation from. So we're not identifying who. Let me just focus on what the curse is. So what the curse is to bring you illness, okay? It's to bring you heartache. It's to keep you isolated. It's to keep you alone. The curse is to, and yeah, this is someone who put a curse on you. But let me just say that this is a curse so that way you never find love again. So if you're someone who feels like I don't have success in my relationships, or I'm in a relationship but I'm just really, really settling, this is the reason why. So this curse affects a few areas of your life. It causes you to have hostile relationships, in particular hostility in the home. I'm noticing that there's bad spirits in the house itself. There's bad spirits that affect love. So if it's not romantic and it's familial, like it's family, then there are those spirits that like
and the leaf, one single leaf just falls right now off the tree to the floor. And I know that sounds like, okay, a single leaf, but that has a lot of significance, okay? Also, the leaf is the sign of Pisces. So I don't know if any of you are Pisces. I know I'm a Pisces, but if some of you are Pisces, and Pisces represents peace, having peace and tranquility, and also spirituality. And with this healer of the ages, I always think of Christ. When I see this, I think that's kind of what the artist was maybe envisioning when they created this design. And I feel that I feel two things. I feel that there's also some religious oppression, and I don't mean that in a way where you're in a religion and you are oppressed. Never do I disrespect someone's beliefs. I mean it in a way where you are in a religion, and for some of you, there may be, like, you may have a pastor, or that's a father, that's your father, not a father. A pastor, that's your father, and it's a lot of strictness in that house. So kind of like oppression on that scale, where you as your individual self feel suppressed, like you cannot allow your true nature to kind of shine forth. I'm also sensing that there's a lot of this curse, I'm feeling like it's to make you feel disparity. It's to make you feel isolated. It's like something that it's keeping you to feel like you can't give your love to anybody, or you can't trust anybody, or you can't get along with anyone. And especially in the household, there's something with the house. They keep showing me your home. You probably should do a home blessing of some sort, and not just once. I feel like you might need to do that shit once a week. Pick the holy day that you honor, and if you don't have a holy day, pick a day and let that be your holy day. Boom, now you got one. But outside of what you should do, sticking to identifying what this is, I do see that this is a curse for some of you, your moms, and this curse is meant to break up your household, especially the relationship that you have with your sons. It's causing your teens to have hostility. It's causing people, another leaf just fell. It's causing the people in your home to feel hostile. I don't mean to scare any of you, right? But I do detect. Okay, I don't want to say that because I don't want to scare anyone. But I do want to just give the example of when you watch those shows like when they. Spirit, should I say this? I'm gonna say it, okay? Because if you hear this long, then you need to hear this message, all right? And I'm the bitch that's gonna give it to you. But I mean it in a way where if you have people that are acting odd in your home, or if there's a particular area in your house that feels really dense, really dark, really heavy, really sad, it's because you may have lower level activity in that area. You may have like this. I'm on point again. You may have this lower level. It might be a portal. This looks like a fucking portal, bro. You in your home may have a portal that's opened. It could be from over land. You don't know what. Do you know the history of your land that you're living on? Even if you're in an apartment complex, where I move, because I move quite a bit sometimes. I'm not on the run or anything. No. But no, let's keep it serious. But where I move, every time I move somewhere, I look at the history. I like history anyway. So that's just a natural part of me. But I look at the history of the area because I want to know what spirits am I encountering, or who was really here first, and how did we replace who was here, okay? How much pain, how much turmoil is left. You could live by a cemetery. This kind of makes me feel like you might, with this kind of barrenness in the background. Your home might be near a cemetery, or you may have had people that lived there before you who did, some type of rituals that were of certain entities that can be demonic in nature. And I don't demonize demonic. Like, there's good demons and bad demons. There's also bad angels and good angels. I just mean in a sense where these people were working with really dark, really evil, maybe really bad forces, and that has left that imprint in the home. But if it's not that, I do just sense that there is some source. I didn't say sort. I wanted to, but I said source. There's a source of energy that is emitting within your home, or it could have been an entity that got attached to somebody, that, because you see how it says door to spirit, like something came in the door, like maybe you had a person, or like one of your kids had a friend, or you had a friend, or like it's just somebody came to your house and they just had really fucked up vibes, and they may have had like an entity attached to them that liked somebody's light within your own home. With this, they saw that light and they're like, that's a yummy soul that I can eat on. And again, I don't mean to scare you, because you're breaking this curse, all right? It's not breaking you. And that light energy is that light energy that attracted, that it was attracted to, it's lingering around that. So it also, in some ways, for some of you, it could show up in your health. If you're always having a cold, if you're like, damn, like my hair is thinning, and like, or my hair is not as lustrous or as healthy, all those, it's not like exorcism or anything like that. Okay, just a few leaves fall. Okay, so I'm not saying that you need an exorcism. I'm just saying that demonic activity may be present around you, and you are breaking this hold, because the point of this video is to show you what curse you are breaking, what holds over you you are breaking, and not what is breaking you. So stay tuned. Do not have fear. Do not have fear. Okay? So let's go into who and what specifically. And then we're going to show you who is helping you too. So I feel like with this pile, you need that. So we're going to see who and what is the, who did this and why, sorry. And then we're going to see who's helping you also. So who did this and why? Who placed this curse or hex on pile 3? And I got a sharp little pain in the top left of my head right now by my temple. Who else? Anything else? Or let's leave this for who and give me why. Why did they do it? Why did they do it? Who is helping them? Who has been helping? Interesting. Who has been helping them? So I'll let the who has been helping y'all transition into the how are you breaking this. So let's go into the who did this. A high priest. And what's interesting, I think you had the high priest, but I put it back in the deck. And so this is a trickster energy. Fox, and I'm a spiritual fox, so Fox clan all day, but foxes represent trickster energy when it's used, and it's used in shadow and light like everything, right? So used in its shadow form, trickster energy are witches. So like I said, it was somebody who's a witch. She's a powerful high priestess. It's almost like this is a sci-fi animated movie. This is not the pile for everybody, bro. And I feel no way. You don't have to leave negative comments and be rude. Like, show love. Everything is love, y'all. Everything is love. So if it doesn't resonate with you, just respectfully bow out and just send me good energy for my fucking time. Okay? Because this shit is free. Y'all gotta remember that. And I do it from my heart. So if it don't resonate, peace out. I love you. Till next time. But if it do, this is like a sci-fi animated movie. This is like, you must be I got the why, and I know why. This person was like, okay, let me give y'all an example because I can't even get the fucking words out. So one time I was walking with my dog. I lived in like Bronxville at the time. Bronxville is near Yonkers, New York. And I say that because out there, you know, people aren't really friendly, for context. And I was walking with my little Frenchie and shit. And this lady who's the mail person, particularly, they're not friendly because they got so much mail to drop off. This is the city. They ain't got time to talk and say hi and shit. So she stopped, and there was something about her. She was very insistent on speaking to me. I had on headphones, you know, in my vibe, New York style, keep it moving. And I got my headphones on, and she was very insistent on talking to me. Just like, oh, well, you're talking here. And before I knew it, she was putting a biscuit in his mouth. And I don't know, for those of you who are pet owners, especially dog pet owners, you don't feed my dog. You hear him coughing right now in the background? You don't feed my dog like a snack. You don't feed my kid a snack. You don't just feed me a snack. So you think you're just going to take... But before I could see her, it was like a magician's hand. She was already with the snack in his mouth. And I was like, oh. I was like, she was like, oh, it's a biscuit. I should have asked. I'm like, yeah, bitch. Yeah, you should have. And then here's the crux of the story. I get back to my apartment, and the next 3 days, I was so ill. I was sick, my stomach, my lungs, my head. I just felt, and it wasn't like, the COVID or anything like that. It was just, I was ill, I was sick, and my dog was throwing up. My dog had bowel issues. So it was like this woman had slipped an entity in the house, and I've never, ever seen the bitch again. And it's like when I almost turned around, she was gone as well. So that long ass story, y'all, just to tell you that this person, let's check our time. All right, this person was someone who slipped in the fucking door. They were probably a shapeshifter. They could have been, and I don't like to say they're reptilian because all reptilians are evil. Everything has evil, everything has good. But they were probably some type of, and they're making my stomach hurt and my fucking head hurt. They were a shapeshifter, and that they wore a guise. They wore a guise that slipped in your fucking door. It could have even came through an idol. If you have a doll, a toy, an antique, if you're an antique collector, you got something from a thrift shop, clean that shit before you bring it in your house, man. If you got like a statue or something, anything, you can't just slip stuff in the house. Matter of fact, I got something I had got from it was like a beautiful lantern. I gotta clean that shit now that I think about it. Is this my pile? No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding, but in all seriousness, this person snuck it in the door, right past you. You didn't know it. It could have even been a trusted friend. Like, I don't feel like this is a person. I feel like it's an entity. This is an entity that came in your house. This is something that is old. This is something that it wears human skin, but it's not fucking human. This is not and if it is a witch, it's like a witch that, it's like the Baba Yaga. And I don't want to say Baba Yaga because she's evil, but it's kind of like a witch that has skills at that level. Okay? And the Baba Yaga can be a little evil. But every villain has an origin story. That's how I look at it. All right, so let's see why they did it. Because you are a star seed. Wow, my head hurts. They're really making my head hurt. Fad, I need you. Thank you. Okay. So, you are a star seed. You're one of the people that are here on earth to do a great works. This doesn't mean you're gonna have fame and thousands and millions of households. It don't matter. It's just you do a great work in your own doing. If you want to know what that great work is, you should probably book an alignment call with me. It's free. No signups. I don't ask you to join anything, and the only thing you have to pay is attention. So you have a particular mission, and this energy, I feel like it will always try to follow you along, but it made its way to you to thwart your mission. So here's where the energy is similar, because I think in another pile I told the story about there's a series on Netflix. Right now I'm recording in October, so the theme is on Netflix has a lot of horror stuff, is what I'm trying to say. So there's a show that is a series. It's called 2-Sentence Horror Story, and there's one episode. It's in season 3, I believe it. Yeah, season 3. It's one of the last episodes, but long story short, it's called Patel Motel Cartel, and it's about this little Indian boy and his family who own a motel, and that motel is a very special motel, and he is a very special boy. And if you watch that episode, because I don't want to spoil it for those who do watch it, you'll learn or you might see synchronicities in what I'm saying on who you are. I'm also seeing like Jupiter's ascending, or like the DC comic Titans, like Raven, she has like that dark like force around her. But, and I'm not saying that you have a dark force around you, but if you look at the sky and the celestials, it's black, the triple blackness of space. The cosmic mother is the triple blackness of space. We just fear the black when we're on Earth, but that's the ether. You are from the fucking ether. You are an etheric being. You are very cosmic and very powerful. And you're so cosmic and powerful, but you're also a new soul here in this kind of like, some of you are new souls, not all. They're saying not all of you. But that's what I said when they saw your light. They were like, oh, yes, we got to take out that one. So you are one of like the spiritual warriors. Why did they do it? It says, lady, enjoy growth and reap rewards. Why did they do it? I literally am just seeing this apple. And you just see how it's literally, that is star seed. That's a star pattern. And those are seeds making that star pattern. Because you are of the Great Mother. Didn't I just say triple blackness of space? You are the seed of the Great Mother, bitch. Damn. I need to slide back on that. You go ahead and take that in. Boy, oh boy. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the work that you are going to do, that you have already done, and that you are doing now. Let's see who's been helping you. You, yourself, standing your ground. Being rooted, being strong, being perseverant, being a fighter. Autumn. I see with this season, during October in particular, I'm seeing that's a time where, or during the autumn time, it might be a time where your energy is at peak. With the crow, I also feel Odin. I'm being told to say, for some of you, you need to hear the word Odin. Okay? Not everybody works with Odin, but Odin don't care, because that's the All-Father. So Odin, through the crows and through the ravens, does watch out over you and protect you. So yeah, if you're the Great Mother's seed, then you're also the Great Father's chosen one too, right? So you're chosen and protected. So through the Great Mother, you've come down. And through the Great Father, you are protected. Ashe. And then we have winter. Wolf clan, wolf energy, Lupin, werewolves, dogs. I guess it's funny because it landed on top of the cat. And you might like cats more than dogs. So, but also landed on top of the fox. So, nonetheless, I'm also hearing that birds, when you see birds around, they're like, they might be sending you warnings or messages. There is, okay, got it. I got it. Your divine assignment, baby. All right, so every one of my readings comes with a divine assignment. They're absolutely free. You don't have to sign up. All you got to do is head over to my website at www.lovenaturally.com. And once you're there, you're going to scroll to the thumbnail that matches this reading, but I'll have the link, so you'll go directly there and scroll down to divine assignment number 3. And what you're going to do is I'm going to have something there for you that's going to help you to open up your ability to talk to the birds. There is an actual magical pathology, spiritual pathology that you can follow. It is an old tradition. Some of the older texts I've found on it comes from like England. So I'm sure when it comes from England, they've done a lot of work with the Moors, who were the preceding scientists before like England, or a lot of the English wizards and magicians got that magic. All right, so you might want to check that out. So let's see how it is that you are breaking this curse, and then you're out of here. How is it that they're breaking this? How many stars we're going to get for y'all, man? How many stars we're going to get for y'all? I'm hearing to call your star clan. You need to call, you might be from Sirius. Because with this wolf, I'm hearing Anubis. I just heard Anubis. So for some of you, you need to work with Anubis. I just said some of you need to work with Anubis. Who did I look like there? Who did that look like right there? That looks like Anubis, baby. So Anpu is what I'm being told for y'all to say properly. You might like the name Anubis better, but he's saying call him Anpu. Call him in. Call him in. You see how he's heralding? It also can look like he's heralding to go outward, but it's like he's heralding, to me, it looks like to call something in. So work with Anpu. That could mean just having dogs. Getting a dog. There's always a reason to get a dog. I'm biased. I love animals. So I'm always going to encourage you to get new pets if you have the space and the time to give them the love that they need, because don't just get a pet and just leave it. Anyhow, getting a dog, or just getting a statue of wolves, getting a wolf statue. You can get like a little metal figurine statue. You can actually work, like I said, with Anpu, aka Anubis, but again, he's saying say Anpu, bitch. Anpu. And also you're from Sirius. I'm feeling you have ties to Sirius. It doesn't mean that you're just from Sirius. I feel that you have ties to Sirius. So how you're breaking this is you're breaking it on your own, because you're strong, you're firm, and you're a warrior. So like I was saying before, because you have the starseed power, it's a matter of you calling forth, like, it's like, you know how you can call your family and say, hey family, I'm going through something, or hey friends, I'm going through something, or like, I'm going through something, God, or whoever you talk to when you're going through something. If you have no one to talk to, well, guess what? Here's who you want to talk to. Starseed family, I call you forth. I call you forth to protect me right now. I'll call you forth to bring forth your energy. And I'm just making this up the top of my head, so you have to speak from your heart, from your solar plexus, okay? How do you speak from your solar plexus? Take a deep breath in. Activate that area of your belly. Put your hand on your stomach and feel the energy there. And while you're holding your breath in, I'm taking a little more air. I want you to feel the hot heat of a sun charging in your stomach through your hand. And now as you speak out, that's how you can profess with more solar energy generating from you. Ancestral starseed family, come to me now. Help me. Give me your protection. And it can give a different resonance. That was kind of putting me in a deep trance. So let's get back. So working with Anubis, but also I just feel that this is like all of your starseed. Like, you see how we just called them? Not that we just did it and this card came out, but like, I feel like this is all of them coming down. Like, yeah, we here. What up? Nah, what up? Oh, we need to take care of something? Oh, we got you. Okay. So something like that. We also have here the Empress. Hearing two things. How it is that you're breaking this. And, okay, you might already be doing this. Like I said, if you're not doing it, if this is to identify if you are doing something or not. So you might already be doing these things, calling in your ancestors and calling in your angels. Again, if it's not about you wanting to work with your starseed family, because I'm reading the message as it appears, and you already know who you are. You can also look at yourself as like an earth angel, or you're not really an earth angel though. It's not earth angel energy. I'm feeling like on a ranking, it might be a little higher than Earth Angel. No disrespect to Earth Angels, but it's not higher as far as like better quality. It's just a different hierarchy. Each powerful in its own right, no comparison. And you're kind of like, feel like a Skywalker, like Like you are a Skywalker clan. I feel like Skywalkers always get pile 3 with Anubis from some of the readings I've done, because I've done so many they start to blur together, but I feel like you're a Skywalker energy. So those of you who've heard me say Skywalker in the piles that you've selected before, ding, 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 ding. This is your indication that you are a freaking Skywalker, my friend. Because what are the odds? There's no such thing as coincidences. Everything is divinely orchestrated. So again, how I feel that you are what you are already doing this, breaking this, because I got to check our time. All right, we got a little bit of time left before I run out on my phone of memory. But being unbothered, and also with the 7 of Swords here, this is interesting to me. Let's see. You know what it is? It's weird, but it's saying like being unbothered and not talking about the energy, like not talking about it, because the more that you talked about, I'm sick, I don't feel good, I'm sick, it gives it power. Or we have some, like if you're talking to drum up the problem, or if you argue a lot, you know, like just allow peace to be. Like the peace is equal to a pope or a cardinal or a bishop's prayer if they're trying to exorcise a demon, because they say incessant prayer. I was just watching, I love Halloween, hence my orange shirt today, but I was just watching the Pope's exorcism about Pope Gabriel, or Gabriella, who was an exorcist for the Vatican and wrote a few books. I think he just died in 2016. So his books, I only say that to show you that the books are more current, in case those of you who want to read more relevant. And he also has some videos on YouTube, believe it or not, with him doing exorcisms. And one of the things that they said in the movie that really stuck to me is what I'm trying to get to, y'all. Trying to get to is incessant prayer is so antagonistic. It's so annoying to the demon that he's like, I'm going to get the fuck out of here. I don't want to hear that shit. It's like what a husband would say nagging is from his wife. Like, I gotta go. I'm gonna go to the bar. I'm gonna go get my car washed. I gotta go to the gym. I'm gonna go somewhere because I don't want to hear that shit. So stop nagging if you're a nagger. But more so, be unbothered. Be unbothered. And the more that you are unbothered, the more that you don't discuss energy, the more that you bring in peace and allow that peace to, like, pick your fights. Don't be ready to argue with everything. Like, just, you can, because of your energy, because of who you are as a starseed, you can bring forth peace just by setting that tone of frequency in your vibration. Your vibration overrides others in the room. Use that with caution. Okay, so let's see more ways that they can enhance in breaking the hold of what this energy is. I got that in another pile, but I'm going to just leave that there. So you might need to have more rest, because that rest will recharge your body. Anything else, Great Spirit? What else can they do? 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 Let's take those. So it says, in divine timing, the truth will be revealed. That's why I said to be unbothered. And I do feel like, I don't like giving just, I feel like telling somebody, just be unbothered while all this shit is happening around you. Like, it's like, bitch, you be unbothered. How can I be unbothered? And I don't mean to just give you that message to be just so general, but that's really what I feel, y'all, from the deepest parts of my heart. I'm really hearing for you to just move in, because that's, I feel like, your natural state anyway. Like, you're not a beef seeker. You're not someone who wants the smoke. I'm so sick of people saying that. Please don't say that stuff no more, y'all. Who wants to smoke? Nobody's saying that no more, right? Anyway, I digress. Like, you're not someone who looks for trouble. You're not a troublemaker. I think you are a natural peacemaker, if anything. But I do feel that if you continue to allow that natural nature of who you are to exist and to overcome the outside of what you're feeling, then that will be how you can override this. And over time, things are going to be revealed to you. You're going to see that, oh shit, this happened. Oh shit, that happened. Oh shit, like this person was the snake, or this is how this energy, or this is where the portal is in my house, or, things like that is going to start to fall through. And sleeping more. I do feel like there are messages that are coming to you in your sleep. which is why they want you to sleep more. I don't feel like this is more of a sleep thing, like, oh, I'm tired. Or maybe you need to sleep more because your body needs to heal, and that's how you can go to your star family. That is what it is. When you sleep more, you're going to your starseed family. Your starseed family is either giving you tips, like for example, last night I had a dream and my family handed me a big ass bottle of Florida water, and I've been saying to myself, I gotta buy Florida water, I gotta buy Florida water, I gotta buy Florida water, and I haven't gotten it. And then today I woke up and I'm like, Tiffany, you're buying Florida water. You're getting Florida water, damn it. So I ordered my Florida water. So things like that are going to happen. It's going to be, I feel like this might be my pile. Anyhow, it's going to be messages that you get that's going to remind you that you need to do something, get something, have something. And I also feel like sometimes your ancestors have to meet you and come back with you. That's interesting. It's almost like they meet you, and with you they're able to come through the portals that they need to come through in order to assist and aid you. I've never said that anywhere before. I've never even read that, but that's a very interesting thing. Maybe your ancestors are through and I notice I'm saying ancestors now, not your starseed family. It could be a blend. Maybe your ancestors are star seeds, and because they're in maybe a different dimension, they need your opening of them to get access to here. And that doesn't mean go start doing rituals. It just means sleep more. That's all it is. All you gotta do is sleep. Remember, you're the Empress. You don't have to do a lot of shit. You're already powerful, so stuff happens naturally for you. Let's keep going. Wrong path. Change courses. Do the shadow work. Uriel's light and guidance, and you are being protected. I feel that in particular, it's like I felt before, you have like that natural protection over you, but I do feel like in particular you might be protected with Archangel Uriel. And Archangel Uriel, I heard, but also when I channel the energy, I feel that another form of Archangel Uriel is connected to, or another archetype is Archangel Metatron. And Metatron is a high-ranking angel in the Holy Army, and I feel that if you have associations with Metatron, then you may have associations with being a spiritual warrior. Doing the shadow work, I feel that for me is showing me that you need to let light in the house. I don't feel like this is really inner shadow work. It may have something to do with that as well, but I do, and it's also about self-reflection and how you are contributing, but less of that. I feel that you need to let light in, like light needs to come in the house. And with the wrong path, change courses. If you are taking action towards doing something like evicting somebody from your house, or I don't want to tell you what to do legally. You have to do things to make you feel safe, mind, body, spirit, and soul. But I feel like I have to sneeze, so this must be an accurate message. I feel that if you are considering doing some type of illegal action towards your own family or something like that, or if you've been like, I feel like somebody is plotting to do something, like you're like, you know what, I'm gonna get this shit, I'm gonna get this motherfucker back, or I'm gonna get this right. Like there's some type of like thoughts that you're having that's kind of like maybe not your usual way that you would handle something, or to go about handling this, and they're saying that that's the wrong way to go about it. Very vague, but you can always book a reading if you need clarity on that, because I'm reading for a lot of people here, and it's very difficult to be specific, especially when you're dealing with such high level energies. So I recommend after this you do some type of cleanse, whatever you use. If you have crystals that you use, if you have Florida water, which I'm getting more of, or if you have your singing bowl, if you do a prayer, okay, or if you do a spiritual bath, take a shower, go outside in nature, stand barefoot if you can for a little bit on earth. Just do something to clear your energy after this reading. I am going to do the same. But I want to thank you so much for being here. And if you have any questions, just reach out. I'm always here to help you and just answer questions. That's fucking free. So head over to my Instagram, DM me, or you can always send me an email. But until next time, Love Naturally is out.